Brooklyn isn't just calling, it's screaming for help. And after years of holding the line in DC, it's time for Division agents to head back to where it all began. But this isn't the same Brooklyn you remember. The streets are hotter, literally, and the enemies are more ruthless than ever. The big question is, can Battle for Brooklyn be the fresh start the Division 2 desperately needs, or will it burn out just like the purple flames scorching its skyline? Today, we're breaking down everything we know so far, straight from dev reveals and data miner insights. Huge thanks to Advizit on Twitter for putting some serious boots on the digital ground and surfacing a ton of juicy details. Fair warning though, if you're trying to go in fresh on May 27th, you might want to look away now. Otherwise, buckle up and let's dive in. First off, the setting. Battle for Brooklyn takes us back to where it all began, and the stakes feel higher than ever. Since the initial outbreak of the green poison, Brooklyn managed to maintain a fragile peace. Civilians built a settlement, held on, and hoped the chaos would stay in Manhattan. But now that peace has been shattered. Cleaners have invaded with enhanced flamethrowers that burn in terrifying purple flames, determined to cleanse everything in their path, no matter the cost. And if that wasn't enough, the Rikers are back too, making survival nearly impossible for those trying to rebuild. It's up to the Division agents to step in, restore order, and save Brooklyn from total destruction. Players picking up the DLC will get a level 40 boost, perfect for catching up and jumping into the action fast. You'll also unlock 50 additional stash spaces, which is great news for gear hoarders. But it's not just convenience, they're also dropping new content like the return of Smart Cover, now reimagined as Precision and Fortified Smart Cover. Whether you're in PvE or PvP, this skill buffs both offense and defense, giving you the edge when the bullets start flying. Let's talk gear. One of the most interesting additions is the Catalyst, an exotic mask designed to counter the Cleaner's new flame attack. While you're burning, you'll still be able to aim down sights without disruption. It's a clever and tactical solution that fits perfectly into the chaos Brooklyn brings. And there's plenty to explore beyond the main missions. Expect 10 bounty locations, 12 living world activities, 16 world bosses, and 8 new hunter riddles. Plus, brand new collectibles and commendations. On top of that, there are 15 open world bosses tied to the Danvers network, and 8 hunters with names like Lumen, Redtail, and Necronos that are just begging for a fight. The map is packed. When it comes to characters, the lineup is stacked. We'll be seeing the return of Theo Parnell, a rogue agent from Aaron Keener's inner circle, along with virologist Jessica Candle, whose old ID badge might be falling apart, but she's still a key figure in the Division's scientific efforts. And fans of the audio drama Hearts on Fire will recognize Melanie Hoskins, a first-wave agent turned rogue operative. The antagonists include new faces like Richard Danvers, Matthew Grant, and someone ominously named the Rat Queen, all of whom seem poised to bring chaos to the streets of Brooklyn. You'll be fighting across new control points like the Farm and Cadman Plaza, and taking on world missions at spots like Dumbo Skate Park and Bridge Park Pier. Main missions include intense scenarios at HS Refinery, Art Museum, and Army Terminal. And in a welcome change, side missions in Brooklyn will be replayable, finally addressing one of the core criticisms of Washington, D.C.'s content loop. This isn't just a DLC drop, it's also the start of Year 7. That means a big shift in how the Division 2 evolves going forward. The developers are focusing on more meaningful seasonal experiences with deeper integration between narrative and gameplay. Season modifiers, gear, and manhunts will now tie more directly to the story, and new features like weapon stats and resource boosts are on the way. To prepare for an influx of new players, Ubisoft is also updating the onboarding process, making it easier for newcomers to learn the game's systems. And the endgame is getting some love too, with a revamp of the open-world activity system that reacts dynamically to your actions. There are also changes coming to the game's economy, giving players more control over how they progress and customize gear. Interestingly, the Battle for Brooklyn story stands alone. It isn't directly tied to the ongoing saga with Black Tusk, Hunters, or Aaron Keener's Uneasy Alliance. This allows players to jump in without worrying too much about prior lore, while still offering nods to the larger Division universe. So what do you think, agents? Are you excited for Battle for Brooklyn? Does the return to familiar territory, along with all this new content, give the Division 2 the refresh it's been needing? Or are you still cautious, waiting to see how Ubisoft handles the launch and whether the bugs are finally under control? We want to hear from you. Drop your thoughts in the comments and let us know what you're most excited or worried about. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to ManaWar Gaming for more deep dives, updates, and honest coverage on all things The Division. Brooklyn is almost here. Are you ready to answer the call?